All right, let's begin.
I'm Jessica, and I'm playing Emily.
My name is James, and I play Babu, the child.
I'm Anirsha, and I play Sarah.
My name is TY, and I play the dad.
My name is Nora Weens Farley, and I play Zach and Morgan.
My name is Christian Raxel, and I'm playing the role of Ryan.
My name is Angeli, and I play Mom.
I'm Emily, and I play Minnie.
Hi, my name is Jonah, and I helped write some of the music in this show.
My name is Kathleen, and I am the co-music director.
Hi, my name is Mashrika Mahmood. I'm the writer and the director of the show.
I'd say she's very witty.
Small.
Sarcastic.
I think I would choose rational.
Jealous.
Bitch.
Hardworking.
Fierce.
I did actually go through quite a few drafts. The first one that I submitted to the producers was just one act. I hadn't written the second one yet, but I ended up fleshing out the characters a lot. So like side characters, like not to call them side characters, but like Babu and Dad. It was mostly like a female family-centric show for me. It was the relationship between Mom and Minnie that really was the focus of the show. It started with the song I Want, and it grew from there. So it really was about Minnie and her struggle with accepting her own culture and her own differences with her mom. And in like fleshing out the characters, I wanted to keep that relationship the same. So like there's a scene where Minnie and Mom actually finally have a heart-to-heart in Act 2. That one has stayed exactly the same for all the drafts, so I really wanted those emotions and that reality to stay the same.
The writing process for this show was a lot of Mashrika would come up with lyrics, and then I would try to come up with some music, and we would get together and have some writing sessions where we would see like, oh, how can we come up with music that fits the emotions of what the text is trying to convey, and also what little modifications do we have to make to the lyrics so that it'll fit like within a melodic phrase, and then just a lot of back and forth collaboration.
So a lot of it was teaching the parts initially, so it was great to work with such an interesting score. And like there's a lot of really awesome musical theater ballads, which are so fun to teach. It's been really nice to see the progressions. Like you teach the song, they learn it, and some of them are actually very difficult things, and just seeing them get more comfortable and be able to belt things they couldn't belt at the beginning of the process. Worked with the band, got to teach the band all the orchestrations, and even eventually have the band and the singers meet and see the whole thing come together. And it was just such a great process, and everyone did a really great job, and everyone came prepared, and it went really well.
I think I resonate with Minnie the most because I am an only child. I'm not the oldest child, but I think I get the oldest child vibes.
I resonate with Minnie a lot for the aspect that like she wants to pursue a career that is different from what her parents expect of her, and I think a lot of immigrant kids can relate to that. So yeah.
Honestly, actually Emily, because Emily studies something similar than me, and she's also very indecisive, so I'm really glad I'm able to play this character and play it into my personal life as well.
I think I would choose Babu because, especially when I was middle school age, resonate with wanting to be friends with people who aren't necessarily the nicest to you, but you want to be friends with them. So.
Babu. I'm the youngest child. I do whatever I want.
I think I resonate with Minnie the most just because I'm also an oldest daughter. I just heard one of the songs and I feel like I relate to it, and like wanting to like have your own life, but then also like feeling tied to your family. So yeah.
I feel like because I've gotten to know Minnie a lot, I do resonate with her. But like, I resonate a lot with Sarah because I'm a youngest child, and I know she's a middle child, but like her perspective is the closest to my own.
Honestly, I think Ryan, like, in terms of like analyzing him, I think he's a really interesting character to get into the headspace of.
This is my first time directing. I've written before, but I've never written something that's actually seen the light of day. Just the technicality, like the logistics of it, like having to put on so many hats at the same time, like having to do all the backstage stuff. I'm primarily an actor, so I've never been on that side of the stuff before.
Definitely a point when the band and the singers got to come together and the whole thing felt very final. It was the first time for me, at least, 'cause I haven't seen any of the dress rehearsals where the show really came together. I was like, oh wait, this would be really good.
Like the people on the way, like the cast is so nice and so are the crew, and I've made friends here that I think I'll keep for a long time.
I think all of it. I wouldn't say that there's like distinct parts of the process. We've kind of just been like fluidly doing whatever we're doing. It's kind of just weird. I don't know. I can't say one part because it kind of all feels like a time loop.
I think just seeing how the show has changed and evolved since we first started it, because it's an original show, like we can like edit and change things, and I think that's really cool to see the process of a show being made.
My favorite part of the process is probably seeing these characters to life. These characters never existed before, so after doing the read-through and when we started doing the blocking and really just like giving life to these characters, it was just so fascinating and fun.
I think the most fun part was getting to know the cast members, and the more that I knew them, I actually realized that everyone suits their characters very well, and now it's kind of like blurring the lines between character and person, but I think it's really interesting to see how the cast members are able to like put their personal lives into their characters as well.
My favorite part of the process was just learning the song and getting the cues, because like this is the first musical I've ever been in, so it's really interesting like actually learning a song and learning how to portray a character and get into headspace within a song instead of just acting.
Getting to see and hear them sing the things that I heard in my head, they're doing all of it, and they're doing amazing. Because even at the callbacks, when I heard Emily sing I almost cried because she's saying it exactly the way I heard it in my head. I'm just so glad that I get to hear what I've been, like out loud, what I'm hearing in my head. So, yeah.
Definitely learning the original music. That was really cool. I loved learning all the songs and just like reading the whole script with everyone at the beginning and just getting to know everyone has been great.
My favorite part of the writing process was definitely getting to sit with Mishreika in one of the little practice rooms at the Edward Johnson building and showing each other the new stuff that we came up with. Just like watching things come together like in the moment with the music and the text was really cool.
Me just absolutely murder it out there.
That it's like very funny, but also like emotional and relatable and like sad at times. Just like the emotional range of all the characters and like seeing the depth of all of the characters.
The vibes of like an immigrant household, and I know a lot of people can relate to that. Just the struggles of being an immigrant.
I was in a park. That's my answer.
I'm really excited for them to hear all the songs. I'm really excited for them to like go on this journey with us when they start watching.
I'm really excited for them to see Yeah. I think it's going to be really fun and an over-the-top fun number for them.
Probably the music. It's, a new musical. It's so difficult developing a new show, let alone a musical with like original music, and the music is so good in the show. So yeah, really excited for them to see that.
Hopefully, like, good representation of what a Bengali family in Canada, living in Canada, feels like. I hope the audiences enjoy to seeing something like that, even if they're not Bengali, seeing something new on stage.
I'm excited to see the creative work that our director, our writers, etc. have put in, as well as all the work that our cast members have put in to collaborate with each other and to put on this amazing show for everyone to see.
I'm facilitating things that they're all capable of. Seeing someone reach their potential is really cool. Like someone who maybe doesn't identify as like an actor singer, but then seeing them just pull off really demanding songs is really awesome, and I'm excited for them to show that off to other people with the orchestra behind them.
I think it would be fun if people found out what reference songs I used, because the way that my compositional process works is that like I think of things that I like and then I try to pull from a lot of the songs that I enjoy. So I think it would be really interesting if people heard those references.
Probably like a journal and like some kind of cool pen.
I'd say anywhere between like pastel colors to like pretty little, like very delicate and dainty accessories.
His vape, for sure. Yeah, gotta be the vape.
I think Dad will have like a really cool business bag.
Probably just like a cool leather jacket or sunglasses or something.
I feel like mom's staple is like a house dress. I feel like it would probably just be like a sport jacket that he wears.
Does her laptop count? Okay, because she's always on like, talking to Horcrux 394.
I want to say something like the fields outside, like the football field or something.
I feel like it would be this room, honestly, because then he can just do sketchy things.
It's definitely one of those coffee shops that you'd find in study spaces.
I think that she would like the Emmanuel College library.
White House.
Probably like smoking behind a building or something.
I'm gonna say on the roof of Gerstein.
Sada seems like a library kind of girl. I think she would book a study room and just for herself.
I think it's a really beautiful story of an immigrant family, and I think that Canada being so multicultural, I think it's important for other people to learn the stories that a lot of us personally resonate with as well. I'm so excited to be able to put on a show for everyone to see how much creativity and talent we have on the campus here.
Well, it's definitely just about like the shit that you don't see with families, like what's going on in everyone's head. Even though everyone can love each other, of course, like there's still stuff going on that needs to be sorted out. Like no matter how perfect a family can look, or, yeah, just family dynamics can be tough.
It's just such an important thing that like people can relate to. And I think a lot of people, when they watch it, are going to be like, oh my god, I have the same household. Or like, yeah, I relate to that Babu character or whatever. I hope everyone can find something from this play that they can relate to and that they resonate with.
I think Want for me, like as a production, is a new challenge. Like I've never developed a new show. For the audience, I hope that at least one person in the audience can feel like they are seen, that their story is being represented, because I think that's the most important part of theater for me, to see yourself seen and heard on stage.
It's diversity, it's acceptance, it's finding yourself and being true to yourself and who you are. And I hope the audience can find that message in it and can relate to the characters in the show.
I hope by watching Want, they get the message that everyone should be accepted for who they are, and everyone should be appreciated for their own strengths. So we should be judged not by anything external, but by the content of their character.
I'm kind of hoping that people can see themselves and their family in the show and kind of realize that their struggles, like they're not alone. And I hope that people also kind of, maybe they can see their parents in the show, because I think it's hard for kids to kind of see their parents' perspectives. And for me, like the mom's role is very eye-opening. Like it shows like she really is doing all of these things out of like love for her daughters. And so I hope that people can like see the show and be like, oh, my parents do love me, they just have difficulty showing it.
I feel like it's a really important story to tell because it's that of a unique immigrant family from Bangladesh. Those stories do need to be told, and I hope that other people will look to these characters and say, hey, like that's something that I relate to. It's always important to feel like you can resonate with characters that you're watching. Like in this show, I feel like there's no villains. Everyone just kind of has their own reasons and their own thought processes, and it's interesting to see a show like that where you can kind of understand where everyone's coming from, but there's still like a reason the show is happening.
For me, the big thing that drew me to Want is that it's an immigrant story, and I think a lot of people don't understand how hard it is for people to travel so far and just live in a new culture. I hope that people seeing this show will have a better understanding and just be more compassionate.
For me, Want was a great opportunity to get more experience music directing. I haven't music directed a show before. It's been really rewarding and challenging, and just learning about like all the work that goes in behind the scenes. And I just hope that when people watch the show, they see all the heart and the hard work that Mashrika and Jonah and the cast and the whole team put into it.
I hope that regardless of how old they are or what their backgrounds are, that it reminds them of like the relationship with their parents. Yeah, I mean that's what the show is for me. It's just a relationship between parents and their children. This isn't autobiographical, just my mom and I. It feels like a love letter to her and her parents. Mom, the character Mom, is very similar to my grandma and not my actual mother. Yeah, hopefully that comes across, the love